Tatiana, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. A little bit tired or sleepy, I don't know. Basically, like staying in the whole year is kind of tiring. And in Ukraine, it's the next wave, another wave of pandemic right now. So we try to not not to interact with other people, and staying inside of our apartments. So yeah,
Are you
I
healthy?
need fresh air.
Are you healthy? That's the most
Yeah,
important.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, and
I hope so, at least. I'm feeling good but tired. I think that doesn't count as a corona. Shit.
this year has been very complicated, and you are a band which is playing a lot and touring all the time. Uh, I guess for you it has been even more difficult because um, are you how are you dealing with these moments without the road, the tour, the bus, and everything?
Mm, it feels like a dream or a nightmare. I don't know. Like, I feel okay. There's a lot of things going on right now in my life. So this time was needed for sure for me. Like, I needed this time just to figure out my personal life, some things and businesses. So yeah, um, it feels okay. Actually, I really miss traveling though. I think not really like playing concerts, not only playing concerts, but I think like traveling and see all the countries that I've been to before. I miss being there again. Like lately, I just scrolled down Instagram and I saw a picture of Amsterdam, and like wintry and like ready for winter holidays, like Christmas and New Year, with all the Christmas lights all around. And I was like, "Fuck, man!" It now it seems so far away. It feels like I've never been there before.
what
Yeah.
what are you doing during the last months where there are no
Du-
concerts?
During the last months, well, it's been a year. It's been almost a year. Well, since December, like we had, oh no, or September. Yeah, we had our shows in September,
Hmm.
at the end of September, like 6 shows. And since then, I was just figuring out, like moving out of my old apartment and moving into a new one. And then, yeah, a lot of things that I don't want to enumerate.
I guess. And as you said, you played some concerts last September. Uh, you were one of the bands which could play some concerts, which is very weird nowadays. How did you feel that kind of concert? Because I don't know if the people were separated or how was the situation during these concerts for you?
Yeah. Well, um, it, as a matter of fact, the shows were social distancing shows, and were pretty bizarre and weird for both um, for both of us, like for musicians and for the audience, because like we had like 4 shows in Germany and two shows in Switzerland. And in Switzerland, it was really good and ordinary. Like people were standing, basically a crowd in front of the stage, but they were wearing their masks on. So that's that. But in Germany, everyone was like, let's call it separated. I don't know. They were sitting. They were sitting, and sometimes we played a show in stadium, but on the stadium, but I don't remember the city. And people were sitting in this beach chairs, that are uh, they look like shells,
Yep.
like absolutely like with separated from each other. with walls or something. I don't know, like capsules or something. Yeah, and yeah, there were not more than 300 people. That's maximum.
Mhm.
So yeah, and people didn't know how to act. Basically, we all got used to headbanging and moshing and stuff,
Yeah.
But those shows were like completely not silent. At least they were screaming, but no headbanging, or at least I didn't see it. That was awkward. That was awkward, and we felt awkward. But it's all made for music. We did it for music. That's what matters.
And do you think that could be a future for the next concerts when there are concerts again? Or do you
Oh
think we need
yeah,
a machine or something like that for ordinary concerts again?
we need to we need to integrate back to normal life, and it's better than having no shows at all, right? So I think we'll start from social distancing shows, and then little by little return to our normal, regular metal shows. Yeah. Well, I think it's the only way. You cannot start just playing shows while it was like 2 days maybe after recovering. Like it's complicated. I mean, I think that there will be more social distancing shows before we can actually, uh, yeah, get our life back.
Yeah. And well, you have released your live album in Melbourne, Alive in Melbourne. Why did you choose your Melbourne concert? Because you not now, but you used to play over the world in a lot of countries. Why in Melbourne?
First of all, because that was our first time we were on this continent, in this city, playing in front of new people. So basically, again, as I told before in numerous interviews, that this is kind of our tradition to make a concert in a new place memorable by filming it and recording it, and then making a huge deal out of it. So, and I don't. It's been a year already, and I really don't remember. I cannot refresh all those memories how it happened while Melbourne. I remember that. Oh, I think we got like a proposition from the local guys to film it, and that it just happened that it was Melbourne. Yeah, something like that. I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah.
And now you are in your home, and I guess the rest of the members of the band too. Are you preparing a new album or something like that? Because you have released a lot of stuff in the last couple of years.
Yeah, like it's kind of a bummer that we couldn't promote our latest album, Macro, uh, to the fullest. We just were in the middle of promoting it through the South America, but then bam, lockdown. So we said goodbye to Macro, like I mean touring with this album, and now we need to prepare something fresh and new. And yeah, that's what we are doing right now. Uh, I think most of the songs, music wise, like instrumental wise, they are already ready, and it's my turn to write lyrics, which I'm not ready to do yet. I cannot come up with an idea, like with a theme and topic. What what I want to say. Damn. Yeah, but you know how it is. Like we have been working like this since, I don't know, since 2013 maybe. Like tight schedules, and I always procrastinating, and I'm waiting for the deadline, and then I start writing shit, and I cannot change myself, man. it's I'm yeah, it's just like it's just me. I've been always yeah, like that.
Well, I think all the people used to procrastinate a lot, so you are not the you are not alone.
Yeah,
Me
yeah,
too.
not the good trait of character.
And I was surprised before because you were always doing something. I mean, if you were touring, obviously playing, but maybe you had only 1 month, and in 1 month you had a whole album. Uh, you said before that this rest was necessary for you. Would you like to have more rests like this one for the future, and not
Oh,
that kind of non-stop life?
yeah, yeah. You know, I wish I could maybe could tour less than we used to do. I know it sounds weird right now because everyone is
Yeah.
hungry as fuck, like thirsty. Oh, give me like at least a day of touring. But I mean, we've toured a lot, and I think to not to burn out, we need to just to slow down a little bit. So that would help me to actually to emotionally and mentally have a rest. And right now, it's not that I'm resting. I just try to rest, but that I cannot do that because I don't know. I need a rest from a rest, and stuff. Like I'm pretty lazy, and these couple of months were like really stressful for me, and it's just like now I need a rest. Not lockdown, no, not pandemic, but rest. Yeah. So I wish, yeah. I think in future, I wish we could have more time for making albums, and not being in a hurry all the time. And, to have a vacation, for example, or to visit a festival, not as a musician, but as a music fan, basically, or to visit any country just as a traveler, just as a tourist, but not as a musician, you know. That's what I want for. Yeah. That's what I want. Yeah, looking for it. But no
And
pandemic, please, no.
and for the next year, you have some concert with Slipknot as a special guest. How do you feel with it? Because a band like Slipknot is very huge nowadays in the metal scene. So how do you feel being the special guest for the tour?
Well, can you imagine yourself being a musician and play before Slipknot?
I
Oh,
can't.
that's how. Well, me neither. I cannot. That's how it's really hard to describe. The feeling is hard to describe, and we all were and are Slipknot fans. So I mean, like I could shit my pants right now. It's scary. It's exciting. It was a huge surprise for us, and basically, a few weeks ago I did an interview, like podcast with the clown, with Sean, and even that was pretty stressful for me. It's like I couldn't manage my thoughts, just like talking like stupid. So that's basically it. I mean that and I cannot imagine how huge the rooms will be. Thousands and thousands of people. Woo. So that's it.
Let's hope the pandemic allowed you to play.
Oh yeah, yeah, man.
And when you are not on tour, or for example, like now, What are your hobbies?
Um, as I told before, as I said before, I'm pretty lazy, and I just got new TV, smart TV, huge one, like 55 um, inches.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And you know what? Like for the past 3 years, 3 or 4 years, I lived with no TV in my room. I removed that because, like, first of all, it was really old. The second of all, I didn't want to hear news and stuff, and I replaced it with a record player, like a
Yeah.
vinyl record player. And but then when I moved into a new apartment, there was already a TV, and I just started watching like Friends again, like shows and stuff, and I was like, oh my god! And now I just turn it on and cooking breakfast and just like feel that I'm not alone here, just to feel the room with some noise, background noise. But now that I have like this 55 inches, I'm just like, oh, my eyes are so dry and red and tired. I spend the whole day on the couch watching and watching and watching. Yeah, I tried to fill the void that I had before with no TV when I lived with no TV. But I also started doing photography, but then I stopped doing it. Now my camera is somewhere in the drawer, dusty and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe it's some winter depression or something. I don't know. Like, or maybe I'm just too lazy. I need to start moving. You see, like with no shows, I feel useless sometimes.
No, I don't feel that way. Here,
And
most
yeah,
of the people have done the same, like watching series, films, playing video games, or writing music for musicians. But it's normal nowadays. Are tough times for everybody. So, are you now, as you told me, you have been watching a lot of TV? Are you following some series, or are you watching films? What are you watching on TV?
I watch like since Halloween. I cannot stop watching horror movies and then having nightmares. So I just cannot stop. Like I even Google like top 10 or like just top horror movies of 2020, for example. And then I search it in like on Netflix or on Apple TV or something. And then we watch, and I was just like, fuck, it's so cool. It's so cool. And now I really like this kind of company, or I don't know how to call it. Like, is it this
Platform?
not platform board, but like a studio, like
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand.
filming A24. They make really good movies, horror movies, thrillers and stuff. So yeah, it's like like Universal Studios or whatever, like Paramount Pictures.
Yeah.
This is A24. I think it's more contemporary or something. So yeah,
And do you
I like
think that kind of horror movies can inspire you for the next lyrics of the album?
maybe.
Then your time in the codes will be not procrastinating time.
Yeah,
It's just
you know,
working.
yeah. It's either I keep on watching movies, or I just stop doing that and start reading books. These are two things that can maybe inspire me, but you know, who knows? I don't know. Just like my brain is pretty blank right now. If we are talking about the ideas for the next album, I'm just like, uh-oh, I'm not ready, teacher. I'm not ready. Yeah,
and
but
I've seen in your social media, in your Instagram, you used to post sometimes pictures with calacas. with the Mexican schools. I've seen you are, or I guess you are a Mexican culture fan, and I would like to
Yeah.
know if you can speak a little bit of Spanish, because the last time I don't know if it was the last time, but when you were playing in Madrid in 2019 with,
Mhm.
I don't know, with Amorphis, with the Amorphis
Don't worry.
tour,
Uh-huh.
I was talking with you, with Javier Bragado, the photographer,
Yeah, I remember.
and you told me you were learning a little of Spanish. What can you say right now, almost 2 years later?
Well, first of all, uh, yo entiendo, pero no hablo mucho. Um, como perro. Como perro. Um, yo soy Tatiana, yo soy 33 años,
Mhm.
¿sí?
Yo tengo.
Ah, yo tengo,
It's like
yeah.
the translation in Spanish is
I
not
have,
I am. It's yes. It's like I have.
yeah. Yo tengo. All right, bueno. And maybe some really bad words. Shut up. That's the first thing you learn when you would try to learn speaking some new foreign languages. Bad words first to learn.
You can watch the movies in Spanish. You can try.
Yeah.
It's a way. I mean, I never studied English. I've watched a lot of series, films, and interviews, and that's the way I learned English. So why not? Can you learn
It's weird
Spanish with?
because it doesn't work like this for me. I spent 10 years, learning, studying English, and still I talk like retarded.
No,
Because
no, no.
I'm kidding, but I don't know. Maybe I have a dyslexia.
No.
I don't know.
You you speak
Because I
you
I
speak
talk
fine.
Russian. I talk Russian really weird, in a weird way too. So maybe it's just me. It's just me. So, but it's really cool. I really admire people who just learn foreign languages by watching or reading, or like watching movies, or like reading uh, articles. It's crazy. I think I could never do that.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
And the last thing before the end of the interview, I would like to know how should I write your surname, because I've seen it in different ways, but I
Yeah.
don't know how to spell Shmayluk, or I don't know.
Shmayluk.
Can you can you
Shmayluk. Yeah,
can can you spell it, please? I will write it.
there are very many ways to spell it. So I think you can choose, like, if you follow me on Instagram, you can take the like my name that's written
Okay.
over there on my page, and just use that,
Okay. So I
because I
will.
don't remember how how it looked how it looks like there. I haven't been posting anything on Instagram, so I forgot it. Yeah,
So
just use it.
the
Yeah,
classic copy paste.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, so thank you very much, Tatiana. You've been the last interview for this 2020. Uh,
Oh, yay.
we hope the next year is better than this one,
I
and
hope so too.
and
Yeah,
talk
keep
with
our fingers crossed.
yes, and talk with you again next year. I don't know if here in Spain in one of your shows, because I'm sure if the situation is solved, you will be playing here as every year,
Yeah.
or releasing an album. I don't know, but it's always very good to talk with you,
Oh,
and
thank you.
and as this time people used to say, Merry Christmas and Happy New
Yeah.
Year and all that stuff.
Thank you. Thank you. You too. It's mutual. Sending you all the best wishes for the next year, and hope you get all the good presents under your Christmas tree, and yeah, and a lot of health, of course.